All right, hockey fans, we'd like to welcome you all to playoff action. The playoffs are upon us. We'd like to welcome, of course, Redbird Nation and the O'Fallon Panthers fans that are going to be watching with us tonight. First round matchup in Class 2A between the Alton Redbirds and the O'Fallon Panthers. Redbirds come in as the 4 seed, Panthers the 5. This will be a best of 3. Game 1 right here tonight from the beautiful East Alton Ice Palace and Sportatorium. Tomorrow night, game 2 will be from the McKendree Recplex. And then game 3, if necessary, will emanate on Thursday night from the RP Lumber Center in Edwardsville. Before we start this game, I'm pretty sure neither one of these teams want to see that game 3, but a lot will get determined on that by the end of this game. Redbirds swept the season series against the Panthers. 2 games to none, but it's playoffs, and that means nothing. We know Redbirds will be a little on the short-handed stick tonight. We've got, sorry, I had to quit talking. We got these fans coming up to us here, trying to get autographs. "40 seconds left in warm-ups. And of course, we will have the MVCHA rules and regulations, starting lineups, and national anthem. Playoff hockey coming at you here in 20 some odd seconds. This is usually when we mention the sponsors, but Travis is on assignment tonight. He's usually got the sponsor list for us. Travis got a chance to call the Senior Citizen Dodgeball Tournament over on ESPN The Ocho. So he's over there doing that. Hopefully that turns out okay for Travis. Got the official over there on the sideline explaining the head coach Brian Clark about his titanium kneecap, it looked like. Showing how he can slide on the ice now without any padding. We have 4 officials here tonight as per playoff regulations. That's good. There has not been any bad blood between these 2 teams in the regular season, so we don't expect any tonight, but hopefully we'll have a good game.
Number 77, Matthew Becker. David Davidson. 58, Matt Hicks. Number 25, Ethan Tall.
All right, the formalities are over. It's playoff time. Redbirds will roll with Jacobs and Matthews on the wing. Clark at center. Ethan Tall on defense along with Dix taking the place of Morelli here tonight on that starting line. And Caden Jokic will mind the net. Here we go. Redbirds getting pumped up over there on the bench. Of course, without Aiden Tall, the injury. Tyler Morelli to a suspension. The ref blows the whistle. Let's get ready to roll. Clark will take the draw against Wallace. High up at center ice. Clark walks away with it, pushes it into the zone. Clark with it, and we'll have just an offsides by a fraction of an inch and a whistle. 13:54 to go. The playoffs have started. Clark on the draw, wins it back to Tall. Tall will dump it down in behind the Panthers' net. It'll rattle around the boards to Jacobs. He sends it back behind for Clark. Clark tries to go in front, hits the net. Matthews gets it back to Clark. Clark circles up the side, up top to Tall. Tall throws at the net and scores! Oh, baby! Quick start here from the Redbirds as Ethan Tall lights the lamp. And the Redbirds quickly take a 1-0 lead. Just 24 seconds into the game. Tall through a low wrister, through traffic. I'm sure Maxwell was screened slightly. And it found the back of the net. The Redbirds strike first. Dix with it. He'll pound it off the boards. Down into the Panther zone. They'll lift it high out. Bouncing puck back to Tall. He'll go off the boards. He finds Clark. Here comes Clark now. He loses the handle. Matthews gets it back. Tries to send it in deep, but Panthers intercept. Jacobs throws it in the middle. Oh, nobody home. Bouncing puck. Clark after it. back at fourth. Panthers can't clear. Dix, he'll throw it down low. Jacobs knocks it down. Matthews loses sight of it. And the Panthers get it back to center ice. Dix poking at it. And it goes down into the Redbird end. Tall. Collision in the corner. Puck comes in front. Panthers quick shot. Turned aside. Puck will come to the far boards. Panthers with possession. They'll cut in. Fire one high. Puck comes to the near boards. Matthews. Oh, he takes a forearm to the back. Wow. 4 officials, and they missed it. We have a icing call. Face-off will come down into the Redbird zone. Johnson on the draw. Puck comes in front, poked up ahead by Pollard, not out. Bohart up the glass. Can't slip it past Yaktuber on the Panthers defense, and he throws one wide. Puck will rattle the far boards. Pollard chips it up ahead, not out. Still battling on the sides. Stevenson to help out. Panthers keep it in. They'll send it behind the net. Bohart after it. He'll rip it around the boards. Thompson will stop it and doesn't get it out. Panthers keep it in. Pollard will run through the Panther player. Stevenson off the official and out of the zone to Pollard. Here comes Pollard. He'll go cross ice for Thompson. Thompson tries to make a move. He'll go into the corner. He'll go behind the net. Panthers tie him up. Puck comes free, thrown right in front, loose. Squirts back up top. Bohart shoots. Oh, just wide. Maxwell didn't even see it. Picked up by Thompson. Back up to Bohart. He'll throw it at the net again. That's loose in front. Oh, Redbirds can't get a stick on it. Bohart sends it back in. Redbirds offsides. But they'll let it roll. Panthers run back out. Redbirds changing. Davis chips it right into the Panther player, and they proceed into the zone. Behind the net now, Panthers with it. They'll stop, throw it off the side of the net all the way up top. That shot doesn't make it through traffic as Pollard deflected it. Redbirds still can't clear. Stevenson throws his body into it. The puck goes in the corner. Johnson up the boards, not out. Panthers another shot. Jokic kicks that away. Panthers center. Jokic bats that out. Panthers still with possession. Redbirds can't clear. Davis knocks it away from Bohart. Down into the corner. Davis gets pushed off the puck. Bohart comes to get it. He'll rip it out of the zone. Good work by Bohart. Icing on the Redbirds, but a much needed zone clear from Owen Bohart. 10:22 to go in the first. 1-0 Redbirds. Face-off will be to the left of Jokic. It'll be Dunham, Long, and Steffen. On with Tall and Widman. Puck comes to Widman. And here comes Widman. He gains center ice and dumps it in. Around the corner, Steffen overskates it. Panthers gain possession, send it out. Tall throws it back the other way. Panthers send it in off sides. They got to clear the zone. Widman throws it behind the net to Tall. Tall up the far side. He'll lift it up. Stretch pass. Long. Long gets ran into without the puck. That should have. Now they're going to call Dunham for it. Wow. And then Long gets interfered with on the far side. Here come the Panthers in. They'll work through the middle, throw it on. Jokic slides over. What a save. Panthers stay with it. They'll throw it back to the blue line. Fire one, doesn't get through traffic. Loose in front. Long will touch it. They'll finally blow the whistle. But wow. Dunham's going to go to the box, as he should. That was an interference on him. But on the flip side of that, the refs missed 2 interference calls on the Panthers in the midst of all that. 9:23 to go in the first, and it's going to be a Panther power play. Clark will take the draw against Shelton. Quick shot from the Panthers. Doesn't get through traffic off the draw. Clark gets it behind the net, throws it off the glass and down the ice, and Jacobs is going to be the first to get to it. Jacobs behind the net. He finds Clark coming in. Clark backhands one on and smothered by the Panther netminder for a stoppage. Minute 43 to go in the Panther power play. It's 1-0 Redbirds. Clark on the draw. Panthers win it. They'll set it up the boards, but Jacobs is going to keep it in for the Redbirds. He'll flip one at the net. That's knocked down by the Panthers. They'll bring it out of the zone as Yaktuber comes up the near boards. Tries to cut through Dix, but Dix stands in his way. Redbirds throw it all the way down on net. Panthers retrieve it behind their own goal. They'll work their way through center ice with some real estate. Cut in. Clark lost his stick. Panthers essentially with a 5-on-3. Clark's back in the zone now. Near boards. Clark will get it away from Otero and get it out of the zone. Panthers quickly dump it back in. They're offsides. They got to clear out. Picked up by Tall. Tall will go off the glass, off the boards, down the ice. Panthers quickly back to center ice. Otero with it. He'll zoom in. Got Clark down his back, and Jacobs gets it in front. He'll send it up to Clark. Here comes Clark. Clark drops it for Jacobs. Jacobs, nice move. Goes to the forehand. Scores! Oh, baby, what a move! By Keller Jacobs with the toe drag. Great work by Clark getting it to him. And on the shorthand, the Redbirds have taken a 2-0 lead. Still 29 seconds to go in the Panther power play. Face off at center ice. Clark on the draw, wins at the Tall. He'll go off the boards. Panthers pick it up. They'll go behind their own net. 20 seconds to go in the man advantage for O'Fallon. Panthers look to skate it out. They'll get to center ice, dump it down in. Jokic has to put a blocker on it. And we've got a whistle. Looks like the Panthers, I'm assuming we're offsides. Well, we'll just have the face off at center ice. I don't know if he called icing or offsides or what, but face off at center ice. Puck trickles down into the Redbird zone. Tall will pick up the puck on its edge. Throw it off the boards, not out. Yaktuber keeps it. Cuts in the middle, fires one on. Jokic to save, and he smothers the rebound. 7:18 to go, first period, 2-0 Redbirds. Redbirds back at full strength now as Clark wins the draw, sends it back. Whitman up, not out of the zone. Panthers come in, throw one high. Get it in the corner. He's bodied up by Stevenson. Clark picks it up. Here comes Clark on his horse. Clark cuts through the middle, rips and scores. Oh, baby! Caden Clark with an absolute piss missile into the top shelf. And the Redbirds have taken a 3-0 lead here in the first period. The Panthers a little shell-shocked right now as the Redbirds have scored 3 goals on their first 6 shots. It'll be Johnson, Pollard, and Thompson. Puck comes back into the Redbird zone, bounces over Stevenson's stick. He'll get to it. Throw up the far side. Ref's in the way. Panthers pick it up. Trying to throw it off the side of the net. Still with it. Throw it in front. Panthers get a shot off. Jokic turns that aside. Stevenson off the boards. That'll go the length of the ice for an icing call with 6:38 to go. First period. Redbirds lead this 3-0. Johnson, Pollard, Thompson. On with Widman and Stevenson. Stevenson sends it back to Widman. Widman will go high off the glass. Thompson has to dance with the ref to get around him. That puck comes right on, cleared out there by Widman. Panthers try to cut up in the middle. Johnson in there poking away. He gets the puck away. Panthers regain possession down in the corner. Stevenson chips at it. Thompson taking some wax. Can't get it out. Panthers maintain. Now they'll just skate it out of the zone and reset. As Guerin will send it over to Davidson. Back behind the net. Panthers try to work their way back up. They'll go cross ice. Punch it up ahead, but a little too far. Widman will get there. Widman goes off the glass. Not out. Panthers walk in. Otero tries to go for the backdoor feed, but just missed. Thompson tries to go off the boards. Gets it out of the zone. Tall's right there, breathing down their neck. Panthers try to sit out. Can't get past that big tree there, Pollard. Thompson shoots one between the legs, hits the O'Fallon player, and it'll go into the corner. They'll send it up the glass, past Tall, down the ice. Icing call on the Panthers with 5:15 to go. Here in the first, Redbirds come out firing here. They're up 3-0. Long, Steffen, Davis, on with Dixon, Tall. They win it back to Steffen. He rips one. Oh, he hits Long in the back of the leg. He's gimping. Here comes the Panthers back the other way. Tries to go back door. That's broken up by Dix. Up top, Yaktuber shot on. Jokic will save. He'll smother it. Good work in front of the net by Dix. Dix had that crease clogged up. Got that puck out of there. Face off to the left of Jokic. Quick shot on, saved by Jokic. And Steffen will send it down the ice. Jacobs after it. In the corner, centers to Davis. Oh, he can't quite get the shot off as he was tied up. Davis almost with a nice one-timer. Tall, good with the stick there, keeps it in, centers. Panthers bat it away. Jacobs keeps it in the zone. Panthers will try the other side around the inboards. Dix in on the pinch. He'll send it down into the corner. Panthers get to it. Taken away there by Steffen. He'll send it in front. Oh, what a setup there. Davis had Jacobs roared in. Panthers able to intercept. They come back the other way. Otero has it poked away. He'll go behind the net. Panthers send it back up top. Try to cut in front. That goes through everybody. Clark will get to it as he's just checked in. Sends it around the boards, tipped up ahead. Panthers will go from D to D. Come through the middle. Wallace gets bumped off by Dix. Clark up to Jacobs off his stick. Panthers get it back. Loose puck at the blue line. Panthers will get to it first. Up the far boards, not out. Matthews, oh, off a skate. Right back to center ice. Here comes O'Fallon in. O'Fallon will backhand one on. Jokic will smother it. No rebound. For a stoppage here. 3:29 to go. First period, Redbirds lead at 3-0. They've been outshot 11-6. Which is not uncommon with this Redbird team. Face off to the left of Jokic. We'll have a whistle. We'll do it all over again. They'll wave Clark out of the draw. Matthews will take it. He'll win it. Bohart with a clapper over to Jacobs. Gets past him. Panthers send it back in. Stevenson. He'll retreat behind his own net. Not the other side. Go off the boards. Past Matthews. Center ice. Jacobs tries to slip around ahead and does. Panthers breach the zone back the other way. Trying to get around Bohart. He'll fire one off Jokic. And then the puck is chipped into the Redbird bench. 2:58 to go. First period. Redbirds lead this one 3-0. Face off to the right of Jokic. It'll be Clark, Jacobs, Matthews, Stevenson, and Bohart. Bouncing puck comes in the middle. It'll find its way to Jacobs. Here comes Jacobs. Jacobs stops, fires one on pad, save. Panthers defense whacks it out of the trouble zone. Quickly back the other way comes O'Fallon. Fire one off the dome of Jokic, it sounded like. And into the netting. 2:40 to go. There in the opening frame, it's 3-0 Redbirds. Off the draw, Panthers win it. They'll fire one from the blue line. Jokic redirects that to the corner. Tall up the boards, not out. And then Clark picks it up, all off his stick. Panthers quickly back the other way as Turner will dump it in. He'll rattle around the boards to Tall. He'll send it back the other way. Matthews will pick it up. Looking for Jacobs. He'll let it go. Looking for Clark. Just a little far. Puck along the far side. Panthers have it. They'll break out the far boards as Turner will dump it off the side of the glass. That probably should have been a whistle. That's technically out of play. Clark in. Clark comes around in front, goes to forehand. That goes off the side of the net, it looked like, as the Panthers will pick it up. Go cross ice. Back the other way. And Widman will have it. He'll go off the glass. Stopped there by the Panthers. They work their way in. Sherman winds one up, and Jokic gloves it down. 1:37 to go here in the first. Alton leads this one 3-0. On goals from Tall, Clark, and Jacobs. Draw to the left of Jokic. Johnson on the draw. Panthers win it. Send it down low. Tall off the boards for Thompson. Thompson up to Pollard. Pollard chips it ahead a little too far. Panthers send it back out of the zone. Tall will have to regroup at the blue line. He'll wait. He'll come in. Now he'll send it down low. Johnson in after it. Puck rattles all the way around to Thompson. He gets knocked down. Panthers pick it up. Off the glass. Tall will retrieve it. Tall goes high off the glass. Past Pollard. Panthers pick it up. Walk in. Oh, trying to go back door. Can't get a stick on it. Here comes Thompson. Thompson looking for Widman. He has it knocked away. Johnson will pick it up. Widman takes a big hit. Getting a little physical now. Tall in front. Oh, goes off Thompson's stick. Oh, my God. Thompson takes a big splash. No call. Widman shot. Widman takes a cross check to the face. Good Lord. Finally, we get a whistle. Redbirds should be going on the power play. Oh, see who we got here. Guilty culprit looks to be Sherman. We'll go to the box for the Panthers. Thompson was asking the ref, why did I get the Kamala big splash behind the net there? Right in front, Matthews, quick shot off the draw. Saved by Maxwell. Tall stops, turns it over to Clark. Clark looking back door, gets past Jacobs. Oh, he loses an edge. Tuber picks it up, throws it around the boards and out of the zone. Bohart picks it up. Well, looking for Tall, poked away there. Back down in. Panthers try to come in on the shorty. They'll throw it back down the ice. They're going to kill this penalty off. Kill some time. And that will end the first period. After one, Redbirds lead it 3-0. On goals from Tall, Jacobs, and Clark. Panthers have outshot the Redbirds to this point, 14-9. When we come back, Redbirds will be on the power play for 1:29 to start the second period. Here's where we usually thank our sponsors. But like I said, Travis has got the list. I guess all I can talk about is how good the cheeseburgers are at Ranch House. Oh, there's our sponsors right there, folks. Read them. Because I'm not going to read all those, especially with the coaches in the way. Big first period out of the gate for the Redbirds. We saw a little bit of physicality early on. A lot of calls that should have been made, a lot of calls that weren't made. And then it kind of calmed down for a while. And then the physical play ramped back up there near the end of the period. So we'll see how the second period goes. Clark, Jacobs, Matthews, Bohart, and Tall on for the Redbirds. They win it back to Tall. He'll send it cross ice for Matthews. Matthews will wait, has it poked away, and that big dong sound you hear is the puck hitting the rafters here at the East Alton Ice Palace and Sportatorium. We'll have a face-off. 13:51 to go in the second. Clark, Jacobs, Matthews. Redbirds, miscommunication. A little sloppy off the draw, and it allows the Panthers to throw it down in. Clark with it. Still 1:05 to go in the man advantage for the Redbirds as Jacobs picks it up. He'll go cross ice for Tall. Tall works his way down in. Got Clark coming in the back door, blocked by the Panthers defense. Back up top for Jacobs. Jacobs makes a move. Oh my! Otero went into the boards and Jacobs fires it high. Bohart back to Tall. Up top for Bohart. Back to Jacobs. Jacobs looks for a lane. He'll dump it down to Clark. Jacobs cutting in. Sends it back to Clark. Clark cycles in front. Fires one. Glove save by Maxwell. 13:02 to go. Here in the second. 31 seconds left in the Redbird power play. And they lead this one 3-0. Same unit on here for the Redbirds. Panthers getting some fresh legs out there. Clark battling, and Panthers will clear the zone. It gets past Bohart. He's got Shelton running in on him. Tall will get there first. Panthers able to get a shot off on this. Jokic redirects that. Jacobs sends it up the near side. Not out. Panthers keep it in, and they're less than 10 seconds from being back at full strength. Tall with it. He'll cut up the middle. Here comes Tall. Panthers back at full strength. Tall into the zone. Throws it in front. Oh, gets caught up in a skate. Jacobs turns, fires. And that'll go off a stick and into the netting. Out of play. 12:22 to go. Second period, 3-0. Redbirds on top. Long, Stephen Dunham on for the Birds. Long wins it over to Stephanie, chips it into the corner. Stevenson gets a shot, goes just wide. He'll go all the way far side. Dix pitches in, sends it around the inboards for Steffen. Steffen takes a big hit. Buck along the near side. Stevenson finds Long. Long cutting in front. He gets wrestled to the ground. Panthers pick it up. They'll work their way out of the zone, back to center ice. Panthers in, it's Wallace. Oh, Stevenson's going to get called for a hook. Dix will touch it. And a Panther power play is coming up. You know, for all the big hits and shellacking that was going down at the other end, oh, they did call Steffen for a elbow. Stevenson also to the box for a hook. So they do find two guys on the same play with a penalty. They didn't do that in the first period. It's a 2-minute 5-on-3 for the Panthers. Ball around the boards. Buck in front. Panthers throw one on. Shot. Another save by Jokic. Oh, Panthers with a big opportunity there. They'll throw it back up to the blue line. Cross ice. Turner with it. They'll throw it to the corner. Back to Turner. Over the near board. Throw one on. Jokic a save. Can't get the cover. Otero goes behind the net. Throws it back up top. Panthers trying to find a seam. They do right there. Williams comes in. Oh, Jokic gets the blocker on it. Jacob sends it out of the zone. Minute 15 to go and a 5-on-3 here for O'Fallon. They'll race back the other way. Into the zone they come. Panthers will put on the brakes. Up top. Yaktuber. Shot. Pad save. Jokic. That's loose in front. Come out. Clark will pick it up. He'll skate it out. He gets hooked from behind, and we're going to have a penalty coming up on the Panthers. .10:37 to go. Second period. Redbirds lead it 3-0. They've been outshot by O'Fallon 21-10. So we will have 4-on-3 now for the next 51 seconds. And then the Redbirds get two players back. And it'll be a 5-on-4. Jacobs behind the net to Clark. Clark up top. Tall will cycle back to the neutral zone. Redbirds still outnumbered 4-3 here, so Tall wisely killing off some time. Send it out. Clark, nice kick pass to Jacobs. Panthers get it back. Flipped up by Tall. Tall back out of the zone. It's going to come to Jacobs. Jacobs makes a move. And now the Panthers will take it away. Redbirds will back off. Still 12 seconds. Then the Redbirds get two players back. Panthers in. Felton's going to walk in. His shot deflected by Tall. Redbirds back at full strength. Jacobs pokes it. Watch out. Panthers got backdoor. Good work by Clark to stop it. Panthers throw it into the corner. Clark pokes it up for Jacobs. Back to Clark. Here come the Redbirds on the power play. Clark in. Rips one wide. In the corner, Steffen back to Clark. Line of net. Panthers flip it up. Kept in by Stevenson. Stevenson back down low for Jacobs. Jacobs off the net. Clark cycles it to Tall up at the point. Tall goes along the blue line, cuts in, circles back the other way. 25 seconds to go in the Redbird power play. Tall puts it on. That's smothered for a stoppage with 9 minutes to go here in the second. 24 seconds left in a Redbird man advantage. Clark, Matthews, Jacobs, Widman, and Tall. Panthers waiting on another player. Here he comes. Clark walks in front. Oh, Matthews backhand hits post. Oh, he had a wide open net. Hit the post. Jacobs in front. He hits the post. Here's Tall. Will he hit the post? He'll rip one. That doesn't get through traffic. And the Panthers clear the zone. Widman cycling back. Otero tries to get around him. Widman breaks it up. Jacobs comes to gather up the puck. Can't clear. Kept in by Turner. He'll dump it down low. Watch out. Panthers got a guy in front. Tipped away by Jacobs. Panthers can't get a shot off. Yaktuber was on the doorstep. Jacobs back the other way. He'll put on the brakes. Dump it down into Tall. Tall behind the net. Sends it to Clark. That goes off a Panther. Back to Clark. Clark up top. Oh, off the skate of Widman. Back to center ice. Widman to Matthews. Back over to Tall. Redbirds changing personnel. Tall will send it to Clark. Clark was trying to find Widman. Panthers intercept, but that's offside. 7:47 to go in the second. Redbirds lead it 3-0. There's been outshot 21-11 so far. Johnson, Pollard, Thompson. Panthers on the draw, work it in. All center. Broken up again by the Redbird defense. They've been doing a great job getting sticks in there. Panthers up top. Cycle down the middle. Fire one wide. Pollard to the far side. Can't clear. Panthers. Oh, baby, they're going to walk in 2-on-0. They hit post. Posts are flying here today as Pollard gets it out of the zone. Panthers back to get it. Panthers had almost a 2-on-0 there. And hit post. That by what a great scoring opportunity there as Thompson comes in. He'll fire one. Easy glove save there. 7:01 to go. Second period. Alton leading 3-0. Johnson, Pollard, Thompson. Stevenson, Bohart. Otero wins the draw, and the Panthers slap it out of the zone. It'll go off the stick of Bohart. And the Panthers will get to it. Center in front, Bohart. Oh, my God. Almost threw it off of the Panther player, and that right on net. Kept in at the blue line. Hiding that center, Jokic sticks that away. Slapper there, Jokic, another save. Pollard sends it to the far boards. Panthers send it low. Pollard whiffs on that one, but gets Stevenson. Does the smart thing and sends it down the ice for an icing. 6:27 to go. Second period. Smart play there by Stevenson. Big pressure from O'Fallon. First chance he gets it out of the zone. Redbirds get a fresh line out there. They'll send long. Davis and Dunham. Face-off will come back to Dix. He's on with Tall on defense. Here comes Long. He has it poked away. Panthers send it cross ice. Tall will get there. And he'll send it into the crowd. That almost hurt everyone's favorite mailman. Almost got him. We'll have a face-off. Back down in the Redbird zone to the right of Jokic. Long on the draw. He wins it again, and Tall ships it down the ice. And after a nice saunter after the puck, the ref will decide that's an icing. We'll come back, do it again. 6:03 to go. Second period. Redbirds on top, 3-0. Long against Yaktuber. Oh, Panthers throw it at the net. Oh, my God. Williams for the Panthers just had a hold of some dicks down there. as he wrestled Dix to the ice. Long picks it up. He'll get it out. Oh, behind Dunham. Panthers pick it back up. Far side. Knocked away. Panthers in. They'll center. Nobody there. Long will chip it off the glass. Not out. It gets past Dunham. Panthers keep it in. They'll send it low. Tall. Into the corner. They'll send it up the far boards. And Dix gets it out of there. That shot hits Dunham. They're trying to dump it in. Sherman gets it back for the Panthers. Up to Williams. He'll turn and dump it in. Tall in pursuit. Panthers get it. Throw it right in front. Nobody there. And a bouncing puck comes to Jacobs. Jacobs to Matthews. Matthews will circle back into his zone. Cut through center ice. And then send it down in deep. Jacobs in pursuit along with Otero. Clark in there now. Battling in the corner. Panthers will bring it out. Cutting through center ice. Otero gets through everybody. Shoots and scores. He throws it right over the shoulder. Redbirds. Breakdown. Otero cuts right through the middle on everybody. It goes right past the ear of Jokic to make it 3-1. With 4:27 to go here in the second. Big goal there for the Panthers. If you go down 4-0, it's going to be a pretty hard hole to dig out of. Now it's a 3-1 game. Off the draw, Clark wins it back. But the Panthers will send it in. Whitman loses the handle. Panthers again. Rip one in the glove, saved by Jokic. .418 to go in the second. Panthers have some life now. Clark against Turner. Panthers win the draw. Batted away by Clark. Not out. Panthers keep it in. Center goes all the way through. Picked up by Clark. He's going to skate it out. There comes Clark. He's got Jacobs and Matthews on the wings. Oh, looking for Jacobs. Tipped away at the last second. Panthers send it up ice. Trying to get it past Stevenson. And Whitman chips it up and out. Glove down there by Clark. Here comes Clark in. Clark fires and scores. Oh, baby. This missile number 2 has exited the shooting gallery and found its way into the back of the net, and the Redbirds have regained a 3-goal lead. It's 4-1 Alton with 3:38 to go here in the second. Panthers have outshot the Redbirds 26-13. They've doubled them up. The Redbirds lead by 3 now. And here comes Clark again. Clark cuts in the middle. Oh, that's deflected by Ecker into the netting. 3:31 to go. Second period. 4-1, Redbirds on top. Looks like it'll be Sherman and Clark on the draw. Clark wins it to Jacobs. Jacobs behind the net. He'll cycle back up top. Throw it back into the corner. Clark takes a weird hop right to the Panthers. Williams up the far boards. He'll poke it ahead. Jacobs gets the loose puck because goes right to Sherman, but that's offsides. Doesn't matter as the shot gets deflected into the rafters here. 3:11 to go. Second period. Alton leads us 4-1. Tied up off the draw, Redbirds. Clark tries to sit off the boards, hits the official. And Yocktuber sends it back down in. Jacobs, long stretch pass, looking for Matthews. He misses it, and the Panthers pick it up. Jacobs poking at it. Finds Clark in front. Clark goes to the backhand. That's stopped by Maxwell, and the Panthers send it down the ice. Icing call on O'Fallon. 2:41 to go in the second. A lot of whistles in this game. Whether they be penalties or offsides or icing. Hasn't been a lot of flow as Johnson knocks the draw over to the far boards. Panthers send it around. Pollard gets to it. Panthers bring it back up the middle. Here comes Otero again. They'll try to dance through everybody. Redbirds cut it off. He'll pick the puck back up. Look at the center. He'll come back up top. Throw it back to the near boards. Panthers up top. Fire one on. Jokic to save. And he takes a hack after the catch. Stoppage here. 2:12 to go. Second period. 4-1 Redbirds. Face off to the right of Jokic. Johnson on the draw. Ball gets to the puck. Bohart sends it to Pollard. Pollard will hold on to it for a while at the boards and then lose it to the Panthers. Bohart sends it up. Not out. Back. Johnson. Bell. Right in. Toe save there from Jokic. Panthers get it back. Tall will steal it now. He's had enough of this. And then he'll send a souvenir up into the crowd. They throw it back like it's Wrigley Field. 1:48 to go in the second. Face-off will stay in the Redbird end. Big slapper from Bohart down the ice. That'll be icing. We'll do it all over again. Johnson versus Turner on the draw. Johnson wins it to Pollard. Pollard comes up the near side. He'll chip it off the boards. Panthers quickly back the other way. Turner goes cross ice, looking for Sherman. Sherman comes in, tries to cut through, broken up by Tall. Loose puck. Panthers get to it. They'll try to center. Bohart has it in front of the net. He'll flip it up out of the zone looking for Thompson. Otero will take it away. He'll come back the other way. He'll try to walk in the middle. Drops it to Turner. Turner shot on, and Jokic shuts the door. 1:13 to go, second period. Redbirds lead it 4-1. Long on the draw. But Dunham, he'll try to skate out, and the Panthers quickly take it away. Dix behind the net. He mishandles it. Down low, Dix gets it back. He'll try the other side now. He'll go off the boards. Not out. Long backhand doesn't make it out. Panthers keep it in. Dix behind the net. He'll go forehand to Long. Long. He'll skate it out. Here comes Long. Long into the zone. Long. He gets tied up, tries to center over to Dunham. Just out of his reach. 37 seconds to go in the period. Panthers pick it back up. They'll bring it out of the zone as Darren has it. He'll dump it down in. Dix after it. Dix avoids a hit, stays with the puck, and finds Steffen. Steffen trying to get it out. Otero steals it. He tries to dance around. He loses the handle. Stevenson smartly gets it out of the zone again. Good play there by Stevenson. 10.5 seconds to go in the second period. It's 4-1. The Redbirds lead it. Missing a skater. Long on the draw. Redbirds, only 4 on the ice. That shot on Jokic, the save. Another shot saved, another shot saved. Jokic shuts the door. Redbirds going 4-man. They're going to flip it to Clark off the bench. After 2 exciting periods, it is 4-1. Redbirds lead it. Some moron threw some stuff on the ice. I'll be honest, it sounded like change. The rest of this series is going to be like this. Batten down the hatches, folks. Getting ready to start the third. Redbirds lead this one 4-1. They've been outshot 30-14. Here we go to start the third. Clark, Matthews, Jacobs, Tall, and Widman on for the Redbirds. Off the draw comes to Jacobs quickly. Dumps it into the corner. Picked up by the Panthers. Trying to work it out. Jacobs takes it. Fires just high. He'll come to the near side. Panthers will punch it up ahead. Widman will send it back the other way. Wallace has it for the Panthers. Up to center ice, and here comes Turner. Turner flips one from the blue line. Jokic with the grab, and we'll have a whistle. 13:31 to go in this one. Redbirds up 4-1. Face off to the left of Jokic. It'll be Clark versus Wallace. Puck comes in the middle, picked up by Jacobs. Here comes Jacobs. He'll dump it right on net, and Maxwell will smother that. We'll have a face-off down in the Panther end with 13:23 to go. Clark versus Turner on the draw. Panthers win it quickly. Send it out of the zone. Widman after it. He'll get to it. He'll throw it behind his net. Round the boards to Tall. Tall to Jacobs. Jacobs to Clark. Here comes Clark. He'll cut through the middle. Clark winds one up and scores! If you could ever have a fist missile hat trick, it was tonight as Caden Clark gets the hat trick. And the Redbirds have taken a 5-1 lead with 13:04 to go here in the third. Well, with as much as things cost nowadays, nobody throws their hat onto the ice for hat tricks anymore. That puck will go off the side of the net. Jokic will smother it. We'll have a face-off. 12:52 to go. Third period. Redbirds lead this 5-1. Clark on the draw. Comes up top. Panthers keep it in. Behind the net. Tall. Works it into the corner. Williams bumps him off the puck. Clark and Yaktuber now battling over it. Squirts out. Williams centers. Goes through everybody. And Widman will get to it. Kept in. Through the leg shot there from Williams. Turned aside. Clark picks the loose puck up behind the net. Puts on the brakes. Here comes Clark out. Clark through center ice. Clark dumps it off. Batted away by the Panthers. Back to center ice. Tall picks it up. He'll go to the near boards. Panthers can't clear. Widman in pursuit. Terrell will dump it off. Panthers go off the boards and out. And he finds Williams cutting up the side. He'll drop pass. That shot, glove saved by Jokic as he got a paw on that one. Puck's still loose. Matthews tries to clear and does. Back to center ice. Poked away there by Tall. Tall will flip it up into the Panther zone. Panthers sit around the boards. Matthews cuts it off. He takes a big hit. Jacobs to the loose puck, but it gets on its edge and rolls away. Panthers pick it up. They'll go off the boards, down in. That should be an icing, and it is. 11:15 to go, third period. 5-1, Redbirds lead it. Panthers have outshot the Redbirds 32-16. On the draw, Johnson wins it up top for Stevenson. He'll send it back around the inboards. Pollard digging in the near corner. Puck squirts loose. Johnson in pursuit. Johnson and Ecker are tied up. Pollard comes to help out, as does Turner. Puck will squirt loose. Sherman picks it up for the Panthers. Oh, and he's had enough of his bench, and he fires that at his coach on the bench. Sherman unhappy with his last shift time. Backhands that right at the coach. We'll have another face-off. Panthers will win it. They'll send it out. Near boards to Turner. Hill's behind him. He has to stop. Send it cross ice. Down in. Stevenson slaps it off the boards. And we've got a whistle. Panthers offsides. 10:36 to go. Here in the third. Redbirds lead it 5-1. Johnson, Pollard, Thompson. Down to Bohart. Bohart does the same thing. He's not been happy with his ice time tonight. And he flips it into the bench. Right at Coach Steve Pena. Face off coming up. We got 10.5 to go in this one. Panthers win the draw. Quick shot on from Turner, the no-look shot. Jokic gloves it down. Johnson on the draw again. Thompson gets tied up, still gets it out of the zone, finally gets bumped off the puck. Panthers back in, but then flipped away by Bohart. Pollard keeps it in the zone for him. Then Bohart to Johnson. Here comes Johnson at center ice. He'll turn, fire to Thompson. Thompson About 1.5 feet off sides. He'll blow the whistle. 10:06 to go. Here in the third, 5-1 Redbirds. Dunham, Davis, and Long. Dunham wins it back to Dix. He's on defense with Tall. Panthers work at far side. Oh, that looked a hair off to me, but we'll allow it. Panthers shot that, deflects wide. Long, he wipes out. Tall in the corner, poking it away. Squirts out to Long. Long pushes it up the far boards. Loses the handle. Panthers quickly back to center ice. Down in, they got numbers. Redbirds get back. That's a shot. Save Jokic. Picked up by Davis. Here comes Davis. He gets to the blue line. His shot doesn't get through traffic. Otero picks it up. In the corner, Long. Bodies him up. Dix winds one up. Throws a low one. Sticked away. Ham is in net now. I didn't see the Panthers make the goaltending change. Ham has taken over. And Turner brings it up into the zone. Tipped just wide. Dix after it. Otero gets his hands on Dix as Tall sends it around for Long. Panthers brought it out of the zone. They'll touch it, so it'll be an offsides. We got 8:50 to go here in the third. Redbirds lead this one 5-1. Panthers have outshot the Redbirds 34-16. Clark wins the draw back to Stevenson. Stevenson off the boards, out of the zone. Panthers pick it up. They'll regroup at center ice. Off the near side. Jacobs picks it up. He'll circle back around. Jacobs looking backhanded over to Clark. He's got him. Clark's pass, it's a skate. Stevenson throws at the net. That's stopped in front. Panthers send it down the ice. Icing call on O'Fallon with 8:14 to go. Period number 3, Redbirds lead this one 5-1. Clark, Matthews, Jacobs. Jacobs sends it around. Matthews picks it up, gets it back to Clark. Over to Jacobs. Jacobs from a bad angle, hits the side of the net. Panthers slap it off the boards and back to center ice. Widman with it. Widman's pass intercepted. Here come the Panthers in. Stevenson will throw a body on him. Then he does it again. Panthers still with the puck though. We're going to get a whistle as the door has come open down there at the end. A little extracurricular activity. As Guerin did not like Stevenson being all over it. Gave him a little slap to the skates. I guess we got the door fixed. We got 7:45 to go. Third period, Redbirds up 5-1. Up top, Yaktuber has it. He'll throw it on. Jokic to save. Still loose in front. Puck comes back up top. Panthers keep it in. Momentarily, Jacobs will get it out. Finds Clark. Clark, tries to cut through. Has it knocked away. Panthers throw it to the far side. And Turner gets to it, sends it in. Oh, lackadaisical there from the Redbird defenses. Not sure they knew which one wanted the puck. Panthers, luckily, bring it back out of the zone. Over to the near boards. Otero with it. Matthews gets it away from him. Panthers get it back. Less than 7 to go. Puck comes through the middle. Widman back for it. Not out as Turner keeps it in, throws it in front. All alone. Jokic got a piece of that, as did the post. Jacobs keeps it in. Tries the center. Clark. Back over to Jacobs now. Back low to Clark. Matthews trying to cheat in, but Panthers steal the puck. They'll come racing up. Otero again comes in. Tries to cut away, but tall. Bats it away. Not out, though. Turner looks back door. That's knocked away by Bohart. Here comes Clark. Clark. He has it taken away by Yaktuber. Turner back to Yaktuber. 6 minutes to go. Panthers will set it up the far boards. Down in. They'll wave off the ice. As it looks like Bohart took a swipe at it. Bohart up the near side for Clark. Oh, just out of the reach of Thompson. Johnson's after it, but that'll be an icing call on Alton with 5:40 to go here in the third. 5-1. Redbirds lead it. Off the draw, Panthers win it. All alone, Jokic makes the save there. Paul ties him up behind the net. Panthers pick it up. Up to the blue line. Fire one on. Jokic knocks it out of there to Pollard. Pollard couldn't get it out. Back to Tall. He has it taken away. Panthers throw one on, and Jokic with the glove save. 5:12 to go in the third. 5-1 Redbirds, and we got a little problem with some glass. We'll get some maintenance over here real quick. Who needs maintenance? Ethan Tall working on it over there. Well, Tall and Pollard have finally moved to give the maintenance crew a chance to get in there and look at it. It looks like quite possibly the metal has popped loose from the bottom of the top of the boards, the bottom of the glass. They may just need to wedge it back in there. I don't believe the glass is broken. I believe this is a frame issue. This is the last thing these officials wanted to see. So that means their night's getting longer. They just brought whatever that black thing is you're zooming in on. I can't tell if that's tape or something. Maintenance brought that over. The bad thing about this is you got players just standing around right now, tightening up. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. We've got 5:12 left to go in this game. Redbirds lead it 5-1. Panthers have outshot the Redbirds 38-16. And now it looks like they're stealing something from the penalty box to maybe put on that piece of glass down there. We're going to do the 50-50 drawing. What was the prize? 59 big ones. $304,482 if you came down here, bought a ticket, and then drove back home. That's the winning 50-50 number. 59 big ones. That'll go a long way at the concession stand here tonight. Not so much tomorrow night as we go to the home of the $4 dancing hot dog, the McKendree Recplex tomorrow night. Well, almost like a free extended timeout for these coaches. They can game strategize for the last 5-12. Players can get their rest in, and my word, they've got the ladder out. This is usually the time where Travis is talking about utter nonsense about something and trying to fill the time, but he's not here. I want to know. We'll have Travis's wife call him, ask him how that senior citizen dodgeball tournament is going that he's covering over there on the Ocho. Now the Alton coaches are in the box. They're taking matters into their own hands here. Brian Clark, head coach, taking apart some of the penalty booth. He passes that piece off to assistant coach Steve Hayna, and he is marching it over there with purpose. You got the camera on this? Get the camera on Coach Steve. He's got a mission. This is a good time to mention Clark Contracting Group, as they will not only fulfill all your contracting needs on your house, but they also do ice rink maintenance. Clark Contracting Group, there's nobody better than Clark Contracting Group. He'll get this situated real quick. Oh, don't bend the new piece. They're dropping it on the ice. That Ty Ferguson, get that old stuff off the ice. Ty Ferguson, Bethalto alumni. He was running around like a madman trying to get everything going. Well, you never see this very often, folks. YouTube's probably going to end the game early because they think we're just standing around talking. We've got 5:12 to go. 5 minutes left, and we have a malfunction here with the glass, but have no fear. Clark Contracting Group to the rescue. They say there's nothing Brian Clark can't fix. Whether it be ice rink maintenance, he can fix cars. I once saw him hand sew a goat's arm back on after an unfortunate wolf attack. Trying to get that bottom piece in. Maybe I should have waited and make sure he could fix it before I said all them good things about him. Well, that last screw is an issue. It has come to a grinding halt here at the East Alton Ice Palace and Sportatorium. Are we good to go? There's a horn, and we got a round of applause from the crowd. We're going to get to finish the last 5 minutes of this game. Well, we promised you things you'd never see, and that was one of them. Here we go. 5:12 to go. Third period. Redbirds lead at 5-1. Panthers got a shot off the draw, but Tall intercepted it in front of the net. Panthers still with pressures. Center, go back door. Oh, it bounced off the stick of Wallace. He'll go back to the far side. Pollard pokes at it. Pollard with it. He'll go up the boards. Kept in by O'Fallon. They throw it in front. They try the chop tip, and that goes wide. Panthers still with possession. Tall will steal it. It goes off the boards. Pollard up and out. Here come the Redbirds. They got numbers the other way. Pollard. Oh, took too long to unload. Comes back to center ice. Bohart will flippy off the glass. Redbirds were just offside, so the Panthers pick it up. 4:24 to go. At the blue line, Panthers poking away. Here comes O'Fallon in. Shelton along the far side. He'll throw one off the blocker of Jokic. He'll smother that on the ice. 4:11 to go. Third period, Alton on top of O'Fallon, 5-1. Panthers have outshot the Redbirds 39-16. Dunham on the draw. Panthers win it. Fire another one on. Jokic, another save. Loose in front. Can't clear. Puck comes to the near side. Panthers in front again. Another save. Jokic. Rebound and a save. Dunham tries to skate it out. Panthers will keep it in. Big pressure here from O'Fallon. They try to go right in the house. Stevenson pokes at it. Goes down in the corner. Panthers center. Davis not even watching, but somehow ends up with the puck, but can't clear. 3:40 to go. Panthers still with it. Throw it in the middle. That shot goes wide. Turner picks it up. Goes it back up top. Davidson loses the handle. Steffen can't clear. Right in front. Oh, Fallon looking back door. Nobody there. Davis finally clears it out of the zone, but not far as it goes to center ice. Panthers. Back the other way. Davis gets to it. Sends it down, but Panthers intercept. Send it right back the other way. Widman just checking in. He'll get to it. Oh, give it right to Otero in front. What the hell's he doing? Otero centers. Widman gets it back. And then we're going to have a penalty coming up on Dunham as he leveled Otero in the corner. .259 to go. Panthers will go on the power play. Redbirds will send out Clark, Jacobs, Tall, and Dix. And Tall flips it up. Keller in a foot race. Jacobs will get to it. Send it around the boards, but it's going to go right to Wallace. And he'll get it back to center ice. Dix after it. Dix will send it back the other way. Jacobs bodies him up, and Wallace will pick up the loose puck. He sends it behind the net. 2:33 to go in this one. Panthers on the power play. There come the Panthers into the zone. Wallace cuts in, fires one. Tips off the glove of Jokic. High. Dix battling on the far boards. Right in front. Shot on save. Jokic. And Jacobs gets the rebound out of there. That puck's going to exit the zone. Panthers pick it back up at center ice. There come the Panthers in. Otero cuts in front, fires high. They chop one at the net. Loose in front. Panthers get to it. Fire one. Backhand on. Jokic will smother that. 1:58 to go. Third period. 5-1 Redbirds. Panthers have a power play for 59 more seconds. They have outshot the Redbirds 43-16. Clark on the draw. Jacobs gets to it and sends it out of the zone. Panthers regroup. They'll set it up near boards too far. Tall gets to it, sends it back down the ice. 45 seconds left to go in the man advantage for O'Fallon. Minute 40 to go in this one. Panthers will cut up center ice. It's Turner with it. He'll dump it in. Tall gets to it, sends it up the boards, not out. Loose puck, Clark. He'll get it. Dump it off for Tall. Tall in. Tall looking for Jacobs in front, but that's knocked away. Clark. Clark will go behind the net, dump it off to the boards. Dix pinches, but Panthers get to it. 8 seconds to go in the man advantage. 1:03 to go left in the game. Panthers with it. Redbirds back at full strength. Turner goes cross ice, picked up by Matthews. They'll throw it to the far boards. Bray will send it down low. Back and forth, 40 seconds to go. Tall throws it all wide. He was looking for a tip in front. Dix, good work, gets it to Matthews. Matthews finds Clark. Clark up top for Tall. Tall exits the zone. Back to Jacobs, 23 seconds to go. Jacobs, the circle behind his net. Puts on the brakes. Ray pushes the goaltender. And Jacobs will just dump it down in. 5 seconds to go. O'Fallon will just go behind their net. Redbirds call off the Dogs. And game one goes to Alton. Redbirds win this one 5-1. They were outshot by the Panthers 43-16. Redbirds able to put 5 in as Jokic turns away 42 of the 43 Panthers shots. Game 2 coming up tomorrow night from the McKendree Recplex. Redbirds will have the 1-0 series advantage going into that one. Thanks for tuning in. Your final